guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Something really weird just happened as I went live, which was really bizarre. But anyway, I am now live. And you are watching my Facebook replay. I am here a bit later than normal because I had a few things on yesterday. I was getting an upgrade to, well, a downgrade to my electric wheelchair because my bottom has shrunk significantly. So the chair on my electric wheelchair was rather large and I needed to get a smaller one. So that's all done now. So welcome. That was information you didn't need to know. But you know, in the interest of being real and sharing with you, you now know. Hey Deb, thanks for watching. So today I'm here as a continuation on from my Tuesday videos. So I was going to make 2 cards on Tuesday. I ended up only making one, and this is the one I made on Tuesday. Hey Pamela, using the Magic in This Night paper. So sorry, I've got everything happening here today. David's being very loud. I may need to close my door, but we'll get to that. So I have chosen a different pattern of Magic in This Night paper, which is the Halloween paper in the August to December mini catalogue. And I also got some colour combos. So we are going to be pairing that paper with Gorgeous Grape and Magenta Madness. Thanks guys for joining. Obviously Denise has finished her live. I didn't mean to hurry her up. Hey Jamie, hey Teresa, hey Margine, hey Delinda, hey Joanne. And everyone's popping in. It's great. Oh, hey Sam, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello Miss Jacqueline. Seems like forever since I've seen some of you. Hey Susan. So I've got those papers, and I've also once again grabbed out the Iridescent Pearls. Oh, she's waffling. Does that surprise us, Denise waffling? No, but we love Denise waffling. But I had said I would go live, which is why I'm here now going live. So anyone who is popping in or watching the replay, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, follow me here on Facebook and over on YouTube so you don't miss out on any of the real-time crafting fun that happens here. Yeah, I have grabbed out a couple of stamp sets to go with this. While Denise was making her beautiful cards, I've grabbed out the gorgeous Posies to use the Celebrating Your Day. Hey Rhonda, thanks for sharing, Delinda, the Celebrating Your Day sentiment. And I also grabbed out the 4-Season Floral. Now this is in our beginner brochure. Hey Mary, hey Linda, and I like this Happy Birthday, so I'm not sure which is going to work better. And the Gorgeous Posies goes with the Gorgeous Posies kit. So these stamp sets aren't stamp sets that are like really front and center in the catalogues. They're a bit hidden in the catalogues, but I've realised I don't have an abundance of Happy Birthday sentiments. So like I'm flicking through, I'm going, I've got every other sentiment, so many friendship sentiments, and I don't have birthday sentiments. I did buy the Happiest of Birthdays, but that's a bit big for what I'm thinking because we're working with this scrap of paper, which isn't a card front size. So I'm thinking we'll use this whole piece of paper and make 2 cards. So let's flip around. I will pop aside the card I used yesterday. Hey Margaret, thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing. Hey Rhonda. They are pretty sets. I've just got to move my stamp cleaners, my little dish and my glue, and then I can move the stand, because you know our things are multi-purpose and we put things on top of them. Hey Patricia, I also need to get up my second screen so then I can see what we're talking. Thanks for joining, Melissa. Hey Liz. We're having trouble playing this video. Isn't Facebook charming today? First it wouldn't let me come in live, and now it's not letting me play my replay video. So rude, so rude. Now I've got messages popping up that I don't want. Oh my dear word. Let's see. I can see your comments, but I can't see my video. So let's just see how we go. I'll flip around, I'll try and refresh my feed, turn off lights and do all of that. I hope you guys are all well. I am preparing for, well, I've been actually preparing a couple of things recently. I've been preparing my team gifts for the upcoming onstage event for demonstrators, and I have also been getting ready for my class, which is on Sunday. So planning on making a shaker card that I haven't made yet. You know, these things happen all in good time. And we're making some Christmas cards, of course, because we're in the season. Sorry, my light is off. I don't like being able to see my desk through the camera. Let's see. Oh, and now my lawn mowing men are here, guys. If it wasn't the arborists on Tuesday, it's now the lawn mowing men. My word. I am actually going to quit my browser completely and reopen it. So let's see how we go here. It may not be us getting lawn mowing, but it's one of our neighbours is definitely getting lawn mowing. Okay, and let's see. Let's see. Yay, I can see nothing like restarting things to get things moving. And I don't want to listen to myself and have volume. No, I just turned off the volume. Oh, looking good. Same here. Lawnmower man. I know, Jacqueline. I know. Okay, I'm going to pop the Magenta Madness and Gorgeous Grape aside just for a little bit because I don't need them just yet. So I have this piece of Magic in the Night paper. Lots of awesome black and white patterns in this paper. So this is one we used on Tuesday. I've also used this Argyle to make a very special card that I can't share because it was a commission card for a birthday. Then you've got all the coloured patterns. I like this striation too. It's like fingers down a blackboard. Beautiful papers, and then we have this larger floral as well. So I don't celebrate Halloween, nor does anyone I would give a card to. So I'm using all these papers for non-Halloween purposes. So we shall see how we go. Now, what width is this paper? This paper is 8.5, which is 2 centimeters smaller. So if I go here, that is 2 centimeters smaller. I'm just trying to keep everything in proportion. I am a lover of proportion on my cards. So I am left with the scrap, but that's okay. I'm happy to live with that scrap. So we have these two card fronts, And I think I'm going to keep these fairly simple. I don't think there's going to be too much going on with them. And do you know what? Should we use one stamp set per card? So use one Gorgeous Posies and one Four Season Floral. Let's see if I'm missing out on any comments. I don't think I am. I'll just do a refresh to see. And I need a glass of water, well, to drink my bottle of water, so just bear with me. Okay, Delinda, you say yes. So, Gorgeous Posies, it comes in a kit. It's $33 in Australia, and it's on page 9 of the annual catalogue. The Four Season Floral, it's a $24 stamp set, and it's in the beginner's brochure and on page 5. So, I think I can use a punch possibly for this one. Is it neighbours lawn mowing people, David? Yeah. Okay. Next door. Oh, as in who we were talking to earlier. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to grab this punch, and would you believe I'm totally blanking on its name. So we're going to grab out, move this so I don't lose the stamp, our handy dandy catalogue, which is going to tell me the name of this punch, because I can tell you that it was in the it's called the Label Me Fancy Punch. I am going to use, and I may use a die for the other one, but I like the Label Me Fancy. It's not too big, it's not too small, and when I pop my stamp on there, spatially it looks correct. So, Magenta Madness, or I might make this my pink card and go Magenta Madness on some grey. Wonder what grey this will go with. Just thinking of some neutrals. I don't think grey granite. Grey granite's a bit warm. Smoky slate's a possibility. Let's see if I can find my basic grey cardstock. Sorry, I was trying to do that without. I think basic grey is a better fit. So let me put away my smoky slate. Now, I'm not sure if I'm stamping on this or not, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay, that's away, and I didn't knock the camera. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Barbara. No, you're fine. Hey, Joanne, you are able to catch me live. They're all a little white flowers from the ground. There goes all. Yeah, but those little white flowers are weeds. Just in case you didn't know, they're weeds, Jacqueline. I know they look pretty, but they're weeds. And they're annoying. Are these already? These are not. Ooh, this is a good piece. That's already a scrap. Oh, I've got a couple of scraps in there. Right, we are. Although, I really can't. I'm thinking I'll use the grey for some layering. I'll just grab a piece of Magenta Madness. I do have some scraps in the back here. Come on, Mr. Scraps. Come out for me. So, some perfect size scraps, actually. I think that works. If you're ever in doubt, just pop your scrap over your punch and it will work perfectly. And I want to have my handle on this side. So, yes, it doesn't matter. I'll want it on the bottom, so stamp that way. Okay, don't mind me rabbiting on to myself. You can tell this is an unplanned card. Now I've got notifications going off because David's finished a workout. Hey, Linda. You got a bit of a black thumb there, Jacqueline. Okay. Magenta. Oh, should we use black ink? Because we've got black in here. The black would pop really nice. But trying to work out memento. Okay, I need a scrap of paper, which I need a new one for my stamping off pieces. I like to use, this is the Stamparatus grid mat paper. It's just perfect. I don't need to fold it, and it doesn't get in the way on my desk when I start making a mess, which, as you can see, I already have. Well, at least you admit it. So this is just my stamping off piece, because the first stamping never ever ever looks good. Well, sometimes it does, but more often than not. So I do a twist, twist and tap, tap with the memento, because it's a firm felt pad. It's not the normal foam pad in our classic ink pads. Oh, that looks awesome. Look how nice that black on the Magenta Madness looks. Okay, pinch. I like having my little handle, but a little handle may be a tinge small. So do my normal trick of having it partially depressed, still holding it down here. I think I need to pull it down a titch. Right. Yeah, it could have gone up a bit, but it's done. It's happy. So if I was, do you know what I could do? I could punch this slot and pop through a piece of ribbon at the top. Just some white ribbon, which I do have in here. Now, the only thing I never know, now I want it sort of above the A and the P. I don't know if this is going to be straight or not, so let's see. Look, that's not too bad. I could have had it further up, but once we put this ribbon in, I'll show you, because I don't have any black ribbon. Oh, I do actually. I lie. I do have a piece that I got on a gift of this ribbon. This is the only piece I have. This might look nice. And what you do is just slide it in, and then just have a piece of it going up like that. Or I could, let's see how we go here, because it's not actually tethered to anything. This is actually quite stiff ribbon, which makes it a tinge harder for me to manipulate. Hey Cindy, just finished bells. Awesome. I'm so glad you just finished bells. Thanks, Liz. It's a piece of scrap ribbon that has been hanging around for a while. And then I might see if I've left myself enough to do a bow. Which is really hard when it's not tethered down. But hey, we'll all struggle through this together, won't we? It's just like tying a bow with not being on the cardstock. Yeah, you girls get my meaning. Come on, go through the loop. Right, got you through the loop. Oh, damn. I didn't leave the tail long enough. We shall make this work. You guys will just have to struggle seeing me for a sec. Doing this, maybe if I pull it forward. Yeah, pulling it forward is going to give me a better result. Flick this around. See, we can get it done. It's just a matter of being. Okay, so this is the point that I now tell this knot or this bow exactly who's boss, because I want it to sit straight and it doesn't want to sit straight. Sorry. It's like I want to glue it to the table. Oh, sorry. It is. Sorry, Lisa. There you go. I'm so sorry. For all these months, I have been incorrectly pronouncing your name. Thank you so much for correcting me. Otherwise, I never would have known, Lisa. But now I'm physically going to have to think of that every time you do that. Because I always thought of Liza Minnelli when I saw your name. My bow had a twist in it, so I have got that twist out. I need my tweezers. I have so almost pulled through the bow. Oh, God, reverse tweezers to the rescue, hey girls. Right. Oh, this is it's losing things, and can I say I'm quite glad I haven't bought this ribbon. I really had to pull it tight there, but I will now get the result that I want. That's better. So that's cute. Ribbon scissors. Chop this extra off and remind myself that I'm not a definite huge fan of this, but how sweet is that on there? I will use a glue dot and whatever else. I'm more than happy one going up, one going down, as long as the bow. I'll get the glue dot now. Show it who's boss. And then I can always glue dot the tail so it goes off that way and doesn't impede too much on the sentiment. Good afternoon, Carly. Thanks for joining. Yes, Kel, so glad to have you here, sweetheart. I did give it the mum look. I did. Hello, Rose. I did give it the mum look and gave it a big yank, and that worked perfectly. My shoulder's hurting today. Too much crafting. Please, no. Can't be too much crafting. Now, I was listening, just because I'm not doing anything very interesting here. I was listening to a podcast earlier this week, and it's Adventures in Arting with Julie Balzer. She's a bit of a crafter. She's actually an artist. And they were having a discussion about what's the difference between block printing and stamping. So block printing is stamping for an artist and stamping is stamping for a crafter. But is there actually a real difference? Oh no, Kelly, I've got three packs here. If you need me to send you a pack back with your swaps next weekend, tell me. So do you guys think there is a difference between block printing, which they classify as fine art, or stamping? Or are they the same thing and people are just being pedantic? So, I need my ribbons. Oh, I'll do the tails later. Now, this paper definitely has a way, because like that, I feel like everything's sideways, where this way, everything's up and down. So, loving that happy birthday. I am thinking I want to use a basic grey card base, definitely. And I do have one in here. Let's see how simple I can keep these cards. And you may all laugh, because I'm thinking of just leaving it at this. Well, not quite this. I kind of want to put a layer and then have some of the enamel dots. And that's it. Now, I'm thinking I kind of need to repeat the Magenta Madness under here, but I think this is a really sophisticated card, if I do say so myself, because not many others would say it for me. I'm thinking keeping it simple, because we've got the bling in the ribbon, we've got texture in the ribbon, and we've just kept the colour palette really, really simple. You consider yourself a paper artist. I consider myself an artist as well, Lisa. Distinctive loveliness. Okay, now what? Now I forget what size. So this was 8.5, we said, didn't we? Because we said it was 2 centimeters. So if I do 9, and then if I do, that was 2 centimeters, and we go 13.35. This technically should be the correct layer. Note the word technically. So we'll add some dimension. So we'll put this flat. That just pops so nicely. So we'll put this flat and then we'll pop this whole piece on some dimension. So we're keeping it simple, but dimension is good. Where's my glue? Yes, and the ribbon wasn't helpful, Ruth. It's quite a stiff ribbon compared to most of the ribbons I purchase. I make sure they're the softer ribbons, and my hands being my hands and having Charcot-Marie tooth neuropathy is not helpful to me. But that's why I craft, and it's the way the cookie crumbles, and I can't go back and change what I have. So it just is what it is. I deal with it. Some days are better than others, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. And I'm thinking I don't really need any white because this doesn't read super white. So, and those white patches leave you space for your eyes to rest without me adding that rest space in. Exactly, Kel. We do the best we can, take each day as it comes and deal with what happens. So, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm freaking anyone out with my nails. Yes, they are multicolored. We had to put the polish on and then run a magnet above the nail to pull the colour out. So they're like purple and blue. We technicolored them, which is pretty cool. I love it. Okay. Now I don't want saggy middles. I've made a few cards where I've been stingy on the dimensionals, so I'm not going to be stingy on the dimensionals today. Okay, that's good. Dish for my rubbish. And for my next card, I have some leftover foam sheeted paper because I was making some gifts for my team, as I mentioned earlier, for upcoming onstage event in the first weekend of November. And I don't know if you girls have seen our foam sheets, but they're the same size as our dimensionals, but they're uncut. So I was cutting out some words with them, but with some retired dies, because my team name is Wicked Woodies. Last year's Wicked die is kind of perfect and I can't get rid of it because it's my team name. And then I teamed it with I can't show you because they haven't got them yet, and I teamed it with the Make a Difference. Is it called Make a Difference? Yes, Make a Difference stamp set, and did the rest. So I'm thinking this just down there, I'm thinking I can do that flat. I was thinking I may need to pop it up, but I don't think I do. I do need that glue dot to make that tail not hang over. So what I do, just pick up the end of the tail, pop the glue dot there, pop the tail where I want it to go, and it goes that way. Isn't that amazing? And you can't see the glue dot, even though it's the sheer ribbon, you can't see it. It's awesome. I know, I love my little blower. No, and it won't help me either. Is that special metal? Yeah, she called it Cat's Eye. And we used like two different colours. We used, Lisa, one half my nail was the purple and the other half of my nail we coloured the blue. So they look different in sunlight. They look different in all different lights. That's good to get a tremor as you're cutting ribbon. My word. I will just cut this end just to make it a bit more petite. Nice that I've wasted like 0 ribbon. My dish was a gift from a co-worker when they went overseas, when we could travel overseas. Remember those days? Denise was talking earlier. I know she's off with the family at the moment, but she was talking earlier about me possibly going to the US next year, and I kind of laughed, even though there is an event that is planned in the US for next year in Las Vegas, and I love Vegas, or I loved Vegas when I was there as a teenager, and I wasn't able to gamble nor drink because I was younger than my boys are now, actually. That doesn't appear straight at all. I have not adhered things straight on this card, but that's okay. Now let's get our little, here they are. Ow, and I know Denise just used them, but hey, I'm going to use them as well. The 2020-2022 in colour enamel dots. Okay, now I'm just going to put a sprinkling of the Magenta Madness ones, and I'm going to tell you that I use, and she told you guys as well, that I use my Take Your Pick tool, because these are, the enamel dots are a clear dome and a coloured base stuck together. So if you use your scissors or anything, you can easily split them apart. So what I use is, I've just got to get out a bit more putty here. I'm like right at the end of my putty. There we go. So I get some putty out, and then if I can, twist it back to take off the pressure. But I literally, just let me hold this firmly, I just push and it sticks to the end of the putty, and then I can just add a few of these to our card. And we've only, well, technically we've used Memento in the black, we've used basic grey and the paper, and I need to cluster, girls. I need to have at least one cluster. It's terrible. Oops, stay down. I'm so sorry if you can hear David's screen reader in the background. And that works. I'm leaving it as is onto our second card. Done, done, done. So we used the Four Season Floral, the punch that I've already forgotten the name of, and I can't even find the punch on my table. We used the punch and we used the ribbon. Do you know what? I'm going to look up this name of the ribbon because I'm just calling it ribbon, and I don't have a spool to tell you where it's from. Label Me Fancy punch, and the ribbon is, it is number 5. It is the glittered organdy ribbon, and it only comes in black. So have that. Now let's go for card 2, which we are going to use. Close that, pop that stamp out of the way. On this card, we're going to have to use the Iridescent Pearls because I don't have any gorgeous grape embellishments, and I said I wanted to use the Iridescent Pearls. So let's use Gorgeous Posies, and I have my piece of paper here, and I also have my piece of I'll grab it here. So this whole piece is foam, and what I did, I'll grab a piece that hasn't been used, because I do have them up here. I know I do. So they come in, they're just foam adhesive sheets. You get 4 and they're uncut. So you can see they're uncut. Yes, that does explain your putty worms, Lisa. Uncut. So what I've done, I've covered this whole sheet in cardstock, and then I've cut out my words from there. So we'll see what we can do, if we can use this piece for this card, because it's already in the colour we want and it's already foam. Thank you. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like my little bow. Sorry, I'm just flicking through because I was busy. Oh, it doesn't look crooked. You see pumpkin faces in those flowers. You see pumpkin faces? Really? Oh, that's totally weird. That is totally weird that you see pumpkin faces. Okay. Great. Next card. Have this. We're going to use the Celebrating Your Day. And I'm thinking, because we kind of have this shape, I may, and note the word may, have a die that goes with that stamp. So, just bear with me. I'm thinking possibly the Tasteful Label, which is this one here. And I can show you how well this cuts. This particular die seriously fits everything. Well, I can cut it and the stamp will fit in it. So let's get this stamped. Grab the block. And I think we'll keep with our basic grey, pop of colour and black theme that we went with last card. So keep the same theme, slightly different products. Ink pad is right here. Oh my god. Sipping wine. Delinda, are you having wine? You now need to tell us. It's fine, it's after lunchtime here. Hey Rose. It could be. It could be. I'll show you the cards closer up when I'm finished. But that's pretty funny. Okay. Should get a nice impression because I'm stamping onto foam. That came out really nicely. 2 good sentiment stampings without the Stamparatus. Sorry, Kel. Okay, now I need to clear some space here. I've got my die. I'll clear some of, actually, I'm just moving it from one area to the other, really. I'm just moving the Happening Craft lunch. Okay, so I found my second silicone mat as well. So I'm going to pop my silicone mat here and bring up my cut and emboss machine, otherwise known as Clem. Now I could use a magnetic mat, but I've just got the machine set up like this. So center it as best we can. So I like that. And what I do to jam this in, well, not to jam, but so I'll pop that in, pop the plate in, then I push the plate down, and I'm not happy with where that's sitting, so just going to, may have been me not looking at it properly in the first place. I just didn't have my spacing done correctly. I think it's the squiggly bit on the G that's doing it for me, but what will be will be. So I hold that down so it's not going to move as I'm cranking, and pop that through. Hopefully you heard that cutting, and that is cut and embossed on the foam, and it's not overly compressed, and that's ready to go on our card. And I have used my scrap very well. I like using scraps. So I only have this left now, which is wonderful. Very happy with that. I must show you this up front, up close. You can see that embossed detail of the Tasteful label dies, and I got it even with the foam. So it is, isn't it? Oh, sipping chai tea. How very posh, Delinda. Okay, so we have this. I have crap everywhere. Right, that can go there. So have this and this. I like that. The Celebrating Your Day isn't straight at all, but you know, these things happen. So let's get some gorgeous grape. I think, yeah, that's a card base. Do I have a shorter? No. Yeah, I may have a good size piece back here. Why aren't these at the front? That is a good size scrap. Love it. So I need it. That by that. I wish all my work calls could be as jovial on my other job. Sometimes they are. Sometimes I speak to some amazing clients who are lovely, but David always seems to giggle on the phone, doesn't he, guys? Okay, and let's see. I think I've got another pre-prepared card base in basic grey. Look at that, it's even scored, just like I bought one. Ah, that's good, Cindy. Oh, do you know what? What'll be will be. It's a handmade card. It's all good. If someone doesn't appreciate it, I shouldn't be sending them a card in the first place. Okay. So that is done. Let's get some gluing. So I kept these cards really simple. They've come together quite quickly. Rather to our one in an hour on Tuesday, we're going to get 2 done in an hour on Friday. And then I've got to get making a shaker card, which I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I'll be using some pattern paper. And that's about it. Never use the foam. Ah, the foam is great. Hey Anne, I'm having a pretty good day. I hope you are too. Yeah, I have used the foam adhesive sheets a bit, but for this project that I'm doing, I ended up using like 4 sheets, which is pretty much a whole pack. So this is different because the Gorgeous Grape, it's still a bright colour. It does look very, not so much of a pop on the grey, but it does still look lovely. So I'm going to put this flat because our sentiment is raised. So just do a different bit here. Ah, okay, Cindy, not a problem, not a problem. No, it's good stuff. It definitely, I'm so glad they bought it. So then like our die cut words, like the joy, bright and peace, you can have as a full piece rather than dilly-dallying around with them being fairly intricate. You can just pop some cardstock on top and cut it out once and have it already dimensional. I'm going to grab out my T-square ruler in a second. This is doing my head in, but I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, so you can see it is one sticker that I am going to, do I offset it or just stick it in the middle? Oh, I'm not going to get it in the middle, so I'm better to offset it. Otherwise, it will bug my head that I haven't got it in the center. Now our iridescent pearls that I will use in exactly the same way as with the take your pick tool, even though these ones aren't separated, they just work in the same way. And these will pick up, because they've got that oil slick texture, they pick up on the colors. That one's a little too yellow. I don't mind using the blue, but other one was just a little, a purple one. So I've gone odd numbers and that's done. Done, done, done. So just 5. I like my odd numbers. That's working really well. Every card needs bling. Exactly. Yes. Purple, grey and black, they both work really well together. Okay, let's get together. Ah, right, Kelly, I may have changed your mind. Oh, how very interesting. Remove my scraps here because I didn't end up using them. Okay, so we have our 2 cards. I'll do it this way. Our 2 stamp sets. Let's see how far I can get off here. And our 2 cards, we used our Tasteful Label dies. But I just want to pop this back away, because I should have put it away in the first place. So yeah, hopefully you can see a way to use the magic in this night paper in a different way, because it's great paper and you can use it in a myriad of ways. We also use the Label Me Fancy punch. And where are my other? I found them. And we used our enamel, our in colour enamel dots to make two very similar cards, but different. And they're both perfect feminine birthday cards, or the celebrating your day. You can use for many different occasions. The happy birthday one is a lot more specific. Now, just to remind you, the 4 Season Floral is available in our beginner catalogue. It does not appear in our annual catalogue at all. So you can only see that, and I think I said it was page 5. And the Gorgeous Posies, it coordinates with the Gorgeous Posies kit and is on page 9 of the annual catalogue. Well, I know the pink is brighter, but I love the purple. I know exactly what you mean, Donna. I totally agree. I do apologise if I missed anyone's comments along the way. I will go back and reply to your comments. I will have a great weekend. You guys have a great weekend as well. And I will be back on Tuesday. And I'll show you one of the cards. Oh, no, I can't. I don't know what we'll do. We might delve into the Use It Up box and see what I can find in there and make a card on the fly. Have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you soon. Any questions, just ask, or any purchases, the link is in the comments below. Bye.